Hello everyone, Tina here. Welcome to Card Making Fundamentals. This is lesson number 4 of the Winter Friends classroom. Thank you so much for joining me. Today we are going to create with lesson kit number 4, our last lesson for the month. And I'm sad to see this lesson kit go, but next month it's going to be super fabulous. So let's go ahead and go over the items that we're going to need to create with this lesson kit. You're going to need your scissors. You're also going to need your glue here. You're going to need a jewel picker upper. You're going to need your tape runner. And we're not going to use our stamp set for this card. This is a pretty embellished card. So we are good to go here with these items. So tape runner, jewel picker upper, our glue, and our scissors, or everything that we need. Okay? So let's go ahead and open up our lesson kit. Take everything out here. We have our embellishment bag here, and then we have these. Now, with this lesson kit, I included, guys, some fun foam. I did this because we're going to pop up one layer, and even though we have some foam tape left over, it's pretty thin, and so I thought maybe a piece of foam would make it a lot easier. We're going to make a landscape style card today, so we're going to go ahead and jump in. Let's start off by taking this piece of cardstock. Okay, let's actually, it looks like I have a pretty messy desk. Zoom in here, and let's make a little room here. Okay, we're going to take this solid piece, flip it around, and just using your tape runner, we're going to adhere this to the bottom of our card base. Making sure it's opened on the right side. This is going to go on the bottom. Now it is smaller, guys. It's not going to go the length, so don't go corner to corner. You're going to go evenly spaced. So we have that white showing all around your card base. You see what I mean? So just evenly space it around the edges here. Okay, once we have this adhered, we can go ahead and take this panel, and then we are going to add a thin bead of glue, or you could use your tape runner, but let's actually flip this around. How about let's do this? Scratch that. Let's take our tape runner, add some adhesive behind the back. Okay, and then we're going to grab our scalloped edge here, and we're going to go ahead and adhere our scalloped edge, kind of evenly spacing it. I'm going to trim off the excess that's overhanging. And I have to scoot it over. I want to evenly space it, so looks like we're going to have to go right down the middle of our border here. And then we can evenly space it. Okay. So we have a nice holographic silvery border. Now we can go ahead and take our polka dot strip, and we're going to add a thin bead of glue on the very bottom. Just on the gray cardstock. Or pattern paper, I should say. I wouldn't get it on your silver. And then we'll take our strip and add that over the seam. I didn't want to cover up that star here, so I went just below that star. And I think that's going to work out fabulous. Let's trim off the excess. Flip this around. Okay. Now, with our foam adhesive, I'm going to go ahead and just use my glue. You could use your tape runner if you want, but I'm just going to add some glue behind here. And then we can add our foam, the back side. Plus, I think glue gives you a little bit more wiggle room. And once we have this done, we're going to set this aside and open up our goodie bag here. We have a few things in here. Okay, we have this little silver mirror cardstock. What we're going to do is take our scissors and fishtail the end. I'm going to go up a little bit more. There we go. So we fishtailed the end, and then with this piece here, what we're going to do is fold it like this. Fold it kind of at a little bit of an angle. Okay, and then we're going to fishtail both of these ends. And then we'll fishtail this. Lovely. Now we're going to take our silver mirror, add some adhesive behind it. You don't have to go all the way to the bottom, but this piece is going to go tucked. We're going to trim a little bit off the top. And then you're going to tuck this here on the white one. Okay, after we have this done, we're going to go ahead and take the straight edge here, line it up on the side, and then just using one of our small little paper clips, you can paper clip this to your base, and then you have your fun foam here. You can kind of push it behind the fun foam. So we have that it's lined up behind the fun foam. Okay. Now after we have this done, we can go ahead and add some more glue to our fun foam. And then we can adhere this to our card base. This, again, is not going to go from corner to corner. You're going to line up the edges with your teal colored cardstock. That's the good thing about glue, is you have a little wiggle room. So you see we end up having a white border all around, but we have a little dimension with that top piece. Okay, so while that's done, we have our little metal piece that has friends on it. What we're going to do is take our twine. I'm going to use my scissors and trim off a straight edge of it. And then we're going to thread it through the whole of our metal. Might have to twist it a little bit. But once we have this threaded through, we can go ahead and use our glue dots here. There's two of them, and put them behind our metal piece here. You can see we put our glue dots here, and then we can center it on our pattern paper circle. Okay, I haven't tied my bow yet. I like to tie it once it's secured to our panel. But we'll go ahead and flip over our circle here, and then we have a foam square. We can go ahead and, this is very sticky foam square, but we're going to go ahead and, I would suggest maybe putting this a little bit more towards the top, but remove the release paper, and then we can add this. Kind of at an angle to where your circle's touching the H, I think is a good position. And then we can go ahead and tie a bow with our twine. want to tie a knot and then a bow. How about that? I think it's going to make a better bow. Okay. We'll trim the tails of our twine. We have a little bit left over, and I also gave you guys another paper clip just because these are small, and if you lose one, you have a backup. Okay, so that's extra. Put that in our little extra pile. Okay, now we're going to need our snowflakes. Let's grab those. Let's grab our snowflakes. And then our gems too we're going to need. We'll grab those. Oh, the sun's coming in. Well, that's kind of nice. The sun's actually going down, so hi, buddy. Hi, Princeton. Okay. For this card, we are going to use all different sizes. So grab a couple. Let's just dump some out here. Let's see. Add some sparkle. Okay. So we have to kind of play around with the placement. We'll put one there, and I know I want one here. That's kind of tucking it underneath there. That would be nice. And then we'll add a small one. How about here? We'll add another small one. I think there's a good spot. We have a medium one. I think there's a good, I want it to kind of trail down at a diagonal. How about that? And we'll have one on the polka dot. What do you think? No, let's not put one on the polka dot. I think this is going to be just enough. So basically 5 of the snowflakes. 2 large ones, 1 medium, and then 2 of the smaller ones, guys. And then we'll put the rest back. Okay, then let's grab our glue, and we'll go ahead and adhere these. Kind of put a good dollop of glue. And again, I'm not worried about it going through the middle, because we're gonna actually, it should dry clear, so it's no big deal if it goes through the middle. Let's flip this around. We're gonna add some glue behind here, and we're gonna tuck this underneath there. Then we'll add a little glue to this one. Okay. Now I do want to add a little sparkle too to this, so that's where our gems will come in. And we're going to use a whole bunch of different sizes here. So let's kind of play around with our placement. That looks good. And then we'll put a medium one, maybe up here, with a small one. Then maybe a small one over here. I think that looks pretty. I think the way it, well, the sun's kind of hitting it here, but the way it kind of trails down, I think that looks really nice. So that's going to be plenty. So we have a big one here, a medium and a small. Over here we have a medium and a small, and then a small. And of course, if you guys like a lot of sparkle, you have a lot of gems left over, sparkle it up. I'm going to go ahead and swoop these back in the package, or I'll get them everywhere. And I'm going to add some tape here and tape it down. Okay, let's use our glue and our jewel tool. This is one I use for, one of the ones that I use for travel because it doesn't stay tightened up very well. Okay, and I'm mumbling, I'm sorry. Let's go ahead and glue. Let's get out of the sunlight so you can see, and we'll glue these down. This one goes here, just above the O. This one goes up in the top corner. And I didn't want to put the gems in the center of the snowflakes. I wanted them to be kind of like snowballs versus snowflake sparkle. But I think that looks good. You know what I am going to do though? I'm going to trim this fishtail banner just a little bit. Take a little bit off. So they're different widths. A little bit shorter than the white one. I think that looks out better. But that is this card, guys. That finishes off this card. I'm not going to add any sparkle, but this finishes classroom. This is kind of a quick lesson. This is lesson number 4 of the Winter Friends classroom. So let's take a look at all of the cards that we created. So let me grab them. I actually put them back in my package. So let's see. We have lesson number 2, lesson number 3, and where's my lesson number 1? Here. I'll take them out of the package. Lesson number 1 is our snow day. Lesson number 2 is our big snowman. Lesson number 3 is our little snow globe. And then you have our final lesson, which is here, and it's really dark. Let me close the blinds, guys. Okay. Hopefully you can see better. The sun is still shining. It's just the sun's going down, so the sun was coming in. So this is much better, huh? Let's zoom back out. Okay, clean up my mess off the side. So these are all 4 projects that we created. I did leave you guys with a little extra goodies. You have lots of snowflakes left over, and you also have your gems. You have a little bit of twine with your paper clip, and then you also have a few little pearls left over. You probably have a little bit of foam adhesive left over, and then you have your sparkle pen, which is a really nice sparkle pen. I think you guys, so that's a nice little added sparkle to your projects. So that is the Winter Friends classroom. Thank you so much for joining me for this classroom. I hope you guys enjoyed the projects. And again, if you want to go head on over to cardmakingfundamentals.com, there's a gallery over there where you can see individual shots of these. Or again, if you want to download your homework PDF, it'll have the individual cards on them too. You can see him, he's pacing back and forth. But I look forward to next month's classroom, and I love hearing your comments. Thank you so much for all the positive feedback, guys. I'm having a blast. Thank you. Have a wonderful day, and we will see you again soon. Bye-bye, guys.